So when he drove, you hear wah, and you hear like ah, and she's screaming, and I'm like, I look at my mom, and she's like, yo, and then I look at my brother, my sister, we're all like, whoa, and then man, I gotta fix this thing, man. This ghetto setup. Yo, what's up? It's Lucknut, man. How y'all doing? Today I'm gonna tell y'all about my neighbor. How my neighbor went for a ride. All right. So, all right. So we had this neighbor, right? And all right, I already told y'all about the apartments. Well, it's like in a big old section. I want to like show y'all a picture of it, but I might be too lazy to show y'all. I know my do-rag on crazy, man. Don't be roasting me in the comments. Dang. Anyways, well, we had our little apartment right there, and then it's a street, and then it's more of the apartments. We're just a street cross away, you know what I mean? So there was this lady, and there was a dude that had a Mustang. It was a blue Mustang. And then there was a lady that had like a different car, and they were together, obviously. They had a whole bunch of kids, right? I see them when I get off school and stuff. But that whole place was like domestic violence everywhere, bro. I'm talking about everybody beating each other up. I grew up in violence, bro. That's all I knew. So when I tell you about the other stories later on, you're gonna be like, oh, that's why he was like that. Okay, so man, it was just crazy stuff happening left and right. Well, we'll see them all the time, and then one fateful night, we just start hearing yelling. That's how it usually starts. So then like, I'm like, yo, mama, like, yo, they yelling. So the whole fam comes outside. We come outside, and we're just out the door, right? We're standing out the door, and we're just all like, we open the door, we close, and we just like watching what's happening. We're on the top stairs, and we're just watching. You can see other people outside like looking. You know how it is. And then they're like yelling, blah, 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 blah. And then we see, like, I think there was another car there. I don't really remember specifically if the dude left or he got caught up. But all I know is the lady had kids, and she was being promiscuous. So she was cheating on her man. And all I remember was the dude was so mad, they had an iPad. And this is when the iPads like came out, like when it first came out, like the Apple ones. Like, if you was here before touchscreens was really popular, like you'll understand like how crazy the iPad was. So I remember he had it, and he threw it down the steps. He's like, man, this shit, boo. And then we're like, ooh, like, yo, what's going on, yo, right? And you hear yelling like that. You couldn't really make out a lot of stuff, but the dude's like, man, this is how you're gonna do this to me? You gonna do this to me like that? And I'm over here like, yo. And my dad is always like, bro, he's always trying to jump in and stuff. And then he's like, man, I'ma jump in, I'ma save her, this and that. My mom's like, if you don't sit your ass down, what the hell? I'm like, no. We're like, no, what you doing? Don't go over there, man. And he's like, all right. Cause you know, like he always be just trying to help people, bro. He's just that type of person. And so the lady and the dude, like, they're arguing. I think he's getting his stuff, or he's like, I'm out of here, right? And she's like, you're gonna break my iPad, you're gonna do all this and that. So they're arguing right outside the car. They're like, blah, 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 this and that. And we're like, yo, like, what's gonna happen? Is he finna throw some hands? And he gets in the car, and she gets behind it. She said, you're not going nowhere. You're not going nowhere. He's like, move, bitch. Move, bitch. Like, move. And we're like, girl, you better move. You know what I mean? Like, you better get out of there before you get ran over. So we're like, yo, and mind you, this was a school night. I was supposed to be asleep. We ain't get no fucks. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? So like, he comes back outside, they're yelling and stuff. He goes back up there, he grabs something else. I think he's grabbing his belongings or whatever, like all the expensive stuff. The kids are outside like, yo, daddy, what's going on? She had like 2-3 kids. He goes back in the car, and he backs up. And this is when everybody, the whole apartment is outside. They're like, everybody like, You know what I'm saying? You know, somebody calling the police like, hello? Hello? Yeah, I need you here right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? You always got that crazy ass person. And he backs up and he's trying to go. And she's in front of him. She's like, you're not going nowhere. You're not going nowhere. And so she's like, she jumps on the car and she gets on top of the hood. And I don't know what she's holding on to. I don't know what the hell she's holding on to, either on the door or like on the front. And all I know is he's like, you better get the fuck off my car. You better get off my car. And she's like, I'm not going nowhere, this and that. And all of a sudden, he's in a Mustang, bro. He's in one of them fast 5.0 Coyotes, Mobile 1, you know what I'm saying, type shit. So, boom, he's just like, and he goes and he stops and he gives her like one last thing. And she's like, I'm not going nowhere. And he just turns and just rips it. And she's screaming the whole time. I think that's when my dad was trying to jump in. Because she was on top of the car and he was like, yo, do I need to jump in? Like, I don't want her to get ran over or something. We're like, no, what you doing? So when he drove, you hear, wah, and you hear like, ah, and she's screaming. She's screaming. And I'm like, I look at my mom and she's like, yo, and then I look at my brother, bro, we're all like, whoa. And everyone's like, bro. All you hear in the background is, wow. I'm like, and the kids are there like, yo. When I tell y'all, it be the most craziest stuff that be going on. Bro, I don't know how old I was, but I was little. You know, sometimes I wish I lived in the suburbs so I wouldn't have to deal with all that, and I probably wouldn't have like anger issues and stuff like that. But damn, it was exciting. It was exciting. I'm not gonna lie, I got stories to say, you know what I mean? It doesn't sound real, but like when you're there, it's like, yo, he just drove off going like 60 to 80 miles per hour in like 0.5 seconds with a 5.0 Coyote bullshit. I'm sorry, y'all, man. Like, that shit was crazy. So, I'm sitting, we go to sleep, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, man, I wonder if I'm gonna see him the next day. I don't see the car. I don't see the lady. I don't see the kids. All I know is the police came hella late. They always come so late. I'm like, you know how long it takes police to come? Do you know how long it takes police to come? It took them like 20 minutes after she got drone off. And I know somebody called the police way before. They did not care coming over to the apartments where we were at. And the whole section, they didn't care. Because they were just like, oh, it's just another thing. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't care. So they came so late. I remember I was about to go to sleep and I saw the lights and stuff. And I was like, bro, like, I know they left too. They were gone. After like a month or two, they were gone. So, yeah. That's that's another story. So my neighbor went on for a ride. Man, I don't think I ever seen that again. I saw a lady get hit by a car, and I made a video on that beforehand. I might redo that. I don't know, but yeah, I seen some wild stuff. And don't worry, I got a lot more stories in store for y'all. I appreciate all the support. If I get any support on this, you know, I'm trying to make it big on YouTube. I get some money off of YouTube. I don't want to be the biggest off of YouTube, you know what I mean? I just want to make some money. You know, like, just give me some bread, bro. I don't want to work. I'm tired of working. I'm tired of managers. I'm tired of people. People just don't know when to stop. It's looking at, I'm back. My phone died and then it started saying something about the space or whatever. I don't know what was going on, but it took me a day to fix it. But I'm back now. Let me continue what I was saying. I'm tired of working. I'm so tired. I just need a break, y'all. So if y'all can hook a brother up, listen to the story, show me some love, man. I'll show y'all love back. And you know what I'm saying? Just help a brother out. So like, subscribe. Peace.